amazing souls. Welcome back to another episode with me on my channel Cosmic Contracts with Princess Starlight. So, today's topic is what is self worth? Okay. Now, when I talk about self worth, again, I will be sharing my journal, my own journey of discovering things and what I wrote. So, you have to just pick what resonates with you, and then I will be sharing how you can identify what's blocking and how you're going to move forward to unlock your self worth. Before that, what is self worth? Now, self worth is the opinion you have about yourself and the value you place on yourself. So, in short, what is your opinion about yourself? And where do you like what's the value that you place at yourself? All right. So, this is your opinions and then the value. And remember, self worth is again connected to self esteem. Self esteem is again coming from your belief system. So, what is your belief system? And again, how you're going to check belief systems. I have done videos on that self esteem and belief is getting created in your through your outer environment, your inner child, and past lives. And then it gets stored in your root chakra. I keep talking about that in the human body, right? So if this is the navel, then root is here, sacral is here, then your solar plexus, heart chakra, then your throat chakra, then the third eye, then the crown chakra. Let's make this a flower. So most of the humans, they spend their lives, whatever is getting collected, thoughts, feelings, belief, these three are somewhere blocked, and until they are unblocked, you won't be able to move up. So, people who are on the ascension path with the new Aquarius age, right? The, the thing is that we need to ascend, and the only way is to do the first step, I mean, is to do your inner work, right? You know that in order to ascend, meditate, connect above, you must be familiar with all these things. But inner work is very important in order to rise. Like, you are doing meditation and everything, it's good. You can maybe you can move 20 kilometers per hour, like you can move with the speed of the car, let's say, right? But if you do inner work, you will move faster on the ascension ladder like a rocket. So that's the energy push you get, because once you have unblocked what's in your internal pipes, what's going to happen is you're going to jump up quickly to the places, quantum jump, that to the places where you actually want to be, right? So this is very well connected. Self esteem is creating your belief, and belief from wherever you have collected past life, present life. Then again there are divisions, and all of this is getting collected in your root chakra. This is also the place where your abundance, you get your abundance from. Abundance, whether it is your money wise abundance, relationship, health, right? Or your personal, professional, whatever growth you are looking at, everything is connected to your abundance, right? And if abundance is blocked, root chakra is somewhere blocked, and it's maybe connected to your belief systems that you're carrying about yourself, because we are collecting belief continuously. We are collecting a lot of information, data from the outer world and creating a belief system, and we never take a moment to think what is our belief system, what do we believe in, right? And then we come to self-worth. So self-worth is about opinions. When you have a certain belief set, right, like a building block, you have created a building, right? Let's say like you have created a building, and based on that building you create your opinions, and based on those opinions somewhere you're creating your value. So we have to question all these things in order to find where we truly are, to find your unique self, to find your uniqueness, to find your individuality, right? You have to find your true authentic self. You have to do the inner work, that's why. So self-worth, I'm going to share my journal. This is how I after my meditations, when I sat to, something triggered me that helped me, that brought this question, like, what is my worth? And this is what my journaling helped me figure out. Let's share. So remember, it's going to be different for everybody, but I am just showing you a general, like, I'll create, it's like a structure that will come out of this journal, and you can use that same structure if you want, and identify what's blocking you. Okay. So like, I know I'm doing my work, but sometimes, you get there that you're aimlessly doing things, yet you keep trying. That's very important. Trying is very important. So my question was, what is my worth as a woman, as a sister, as an individual, future spouse, or future I'll be a mother? And then put all together, what is my worth as a human being, right? I'm not an animal, I'm not a sea creature, I'm not from the mythical worlds, right? But I'm a human right now. This is my current incarnation. So I have to focus on my current incarnation, that is of a human. So as a human, what is my worth, right? And then I went a little deep in. So this that you see, it's like the iceberg. You must have listened to this example, like, we always see the tip of the iceberg. So generally, your worth is coming from your material world. In the outer world, right, your material value is going to decide who you are. But when I am asking what is my self-worth, I also have to look into what is mentally, what do I think, emotionally, spiritually, karmically. I told you, right, that within the physical body there are other layers of bodies as well, mental, emotional, energy, right? So in those deep down levels, where do you think all these things, like, what do you think mentally, right? Emotionally, do you feel worthy of love? Emotionally, do you feel that, you deserve things? Spiritually, where you are, all these things you have to kind of answer, question yourself. You need to take out time, sit with yourself, and question these things to your own self. So, like, mentally, I said that, I know I am just adjusting to this world. When deep down, now these are the key words, like, deep down, I continuously keep feeling that very well I know I don't belong or accept their thoughts of the society or the outer world, in short. I truly believe there can be a happy, peaceful, more nurturing world for myself. And when I say these keywords, when I wrote these, I realized that this is where I should be working on. If I truly believe, then I have to start from myself. Like, I have to work on being more peaceful, more happy, more nurturing to myself first. The first is always going to be you. Nobody teaches us that we are supposed to take care of ourselves as well. We are trained, and especially as a woman, we are trained that we're always supposed to care for others, nurture others, serve others, provide for others. We are the providers. But we are teaching, and generation after generation, women are teaching that we are here to provide, we have more love, we have more nurturing energies. It's all for others, but why not us, right? If we are the first ones, then I have to make sure that even my cup is filled with all the things that I want in my world. So my world and my existence, I want it to be more peaceful and happy. Then I went to my emotions, right? So still not where I wish to be, but all day, every moment, inviting peace, acceptance, again the key words of the energies that I want to, I keep inviting every moment, understanding, tolerance to others levels or level of awareness. So everybody has a conscious. So when the other person speaks, please take a moment. Rather than, it's very easy to answer back, and I have been targeted a lot that why do I not always answer back when people are, saying things to me which are not good. The thing is, take your time. It's very easy to answer, but be patient and listen to the person, and you will see that behind the words, what is the actual thing running behind this person. Is it the fear that he has collected from his own experience or the outer world, or he is still in a very limiting belief? And anybody who is not in that box, fitting in that box, maybe he wants the other person, he or she wants the other person to fit in the box in which they are already sitting. So rather than quickly responding, take some time, be patient, and listen to the other person. That has actually helped me a lot. Somehow I was already, it's kind of, I think it was my soul that always in such environments, I would always go, quiet, become very silent. And for a very long time, I thought, why can't I speak up? And I've got very angry with my own self. But I realized it actually helped me. So, tolerance to others' level of awareness, for I know I only wish a peaceful, loving, happy existence for all. Again, I am repeating these words. That means, again, this is kind of the work where I have to bring these things, love, peace, happiness, into my own inner self first. So this is how I found the inner work, that I am mostly focusing on keywords like peace, happiness, right? Happiness, or I want to do something that makes me feel joy, love. And I am again and again talking, even in my videos, if you have seen, if you're following me continuously, you see I keep working on this. So this kind of puts that this is where these are the energies where I have to work and bring them more into my inner world, and nobody can do that for you except you. So inner you, or in the physical body, like your physical body is the container of energies. So in your inner world, so in this container, what do you want to invite? Many people will come and try to, bring disharmony to you and take away your peace of mind and bring anger out of you. But it's on you, solely on you, to work on your inner self and invite. So I knew that I have to work on my inner self, bring these energies into my inner container, and only I can do this. Okay. Then I went to spiritually. Yes, I'm quite awakened, still figuring out my path to ascension. But when I write these things and pick up the keywords, I find that this is connected to my ascension. The more I work on these energies, I am going to rise. And then coming to karmically, like karmically, where do I think I stand? So I wrote, blocks are there, okay, and completing my lesson. So far what I have worked on, being financially independent, I keep telling that, I was very dependent on my family for finances, decision making, day to day small things, where what should I wear, what should I eat, I would leave on them. I would not take the decision on my own. I still struggle, but I am working. So somewhere I've worked this, not where I want to be, but yes, I can now take care of my own bills, right? This is the first step. Self esteem, I had low, extreme low self esteem, that I couldn't even speak up for myself. I did not even think that I have my own belief system. I completely kept following the belief system of my family, society, friends, and would keep changing myself according to the situation. So like this is very wrong. So you need to have, need to find out what your self esteem is. Went through emotional abuse and also did the same thing. So it's like a cycle. One other person does, you also do, and then you're in that trap. So got out of it. Being codependent through relationships, working. But yes, now I know that I'm somewhere, I've started on this work. Food habits, yes, I'm changing. I used to eat 6 times a day, and 2 or 3 days, every second or third day, I was ordering from outside. working on it, changed a lot. Addictions, technology, smoking, all these things worked out. Worth, and this is where this is final trigger. This is not the final one, obviously, other things will definitely come out. But then the question, something triggered, and that asked me, question like, what is my worth? And that's when I realized that the other outer world is going to judge you from your material existence. So materially, have I done this thing? Yes. So let's go here, I'll come back to that. So these are few things that came immediately while I was doing the journal, that I'm always, so these are things that you might also feel, that you're always being ignored, or you're like an invisible person in the society, wherever, like whether it's family gathering or society gathering, personal, professional, whatever. But you kind of feel this deep down. Your opinions don't matter. Okay, again, these are from my thoughts of what I have felt, and maybe that resonates with you. Okay, so only pick what resonates with you. Maybe not everything is going to work for you. You stay silent, submissive, even when you know the other person is saying wrong. Well, in this scenario, in this statement, I feel when I stay silent, it has helped me cultivate my psychic skills, because now I can clearly see, clearly see through their bullshit. I mean, they're speaking the words, but inside what they're feeling, it's like it's very quickly I'm able to make out. You see right through their bullshit, yet do not speak up. So again, this is kind of interconnected. Looked upon like you are nothing. I felt this for a very long time, because I had low self esteem, no confidence, couldn't speak up for myself, had no boundaries about who I am. All these things, like truly, living in the dark pit, not knowing what's out there. So then next, you adjust and compromise at small things. Yes, I did that always. And small things, like others are choosing what should I wear, what should I eat, and where should I be traveling, how should I be traveling. All these small things in your day to day life, very, very small things. And when you see that others are making decision and you're not making, that's like these small things are going to add up and become a big thing in future. You adjust and compromise at small things. You all you're good for is silently doing household chores. I think many women are going to resonate with that, because it's kind of, you're groomed like that. And even we grow up thinking, oh, what's wrong, because at the end of the day we are the providers. So yeah, we think that, this is, what's there to feel bad about it. But there is a very fine line. Yes, we have that capability, that's true. Okay, because the feminine energy, and again, not gender, there are males also who are very good with the household work. It's the feminine energy that wants to take care, that wants to nurture. Okay, so if my feminine energy is more, and I feel that I'm more of a nurturer, I'm more of a kind person, sensitive person, and I like to take care of things. But then there is a fine line that, yes, I like to do, but this is not the only thing that's going to define me. But for the other people, this is the only thing that defines me, that I am good only for this thing. So there's a very, very fine line, and you have to establish and stand strong on it, because others are never going, they might change, they might not change, it's on them. But for you, you have to understand that line and stand strongly in your power. Yeah, that I am good with these things, but this is not the only thing that defines me. Reached a point where I know I am not all of the above. I deeply know I am a capable leader. Well, there, there were always two people living in me. I could always feel that, and I kept following the other one, which was false, which was all of these things. And then finally, there came a boiling point where I started listening to my inner voice, which kind of roared like a lion, and I could feel that deep down since childhood, but I never paid attention to it. because it showed me a fantasy, a peaceful, a world which was very peaceful, loving, and caring. And I reached a point where I said, it's okay, even if it's like a fantasy or daydream which people think, I am going to create this. All right, every day of my existence, I will, things come and I'm like, what am I doing? But then I like, it has given me so much of strength, so much of strength, that I now know that, I, every moment, no matter how many times I fall, I want to get up again, and I want to create this world for myself. And in, while doing this work, I never thought that I'll be doing it for others, but as people approach me and I show, help them see what's blocking them and what's what they need to change, it really helps them. And in that way, while helping myself, when I helped other people, it gives me more satisfaction than, all the material things I've given me. It's something that I cannot even put in words, like how much peace, satisfaction, and happiness it gives me, thinking that just changing it for myself, and then realizing that this work has led to change, helped, maybe not completely change, but at least helped other souls. It's something I never decide, all my life I was told it's just a fantasy or dream world. This is now not how the world works, right? But I ended up somewhere. There's still a long way to go, but I have somewhere reached a point where I'm not just helping my own self, but other people as well, right? Then coming to, now this is like the box system. So the others want, have already adjusted, the all the outer people, including family, society, friends, and everybody. So they have adjusted to this box. But all my life now, the more I listen to my inner self, I know that I can never, I will never be able to adjust here, because I belong somewhere here, right? And it's on me only, because if I feel something, there is a belief, there is a dream, there is a desire, then I am the only one who can achieve that. I have, at the end of the day, worth is, self worth is what I value myself at. And I know I belong here, not here in this box. And if I know that I belong here, then it's only on me that I can pull up myself. So I can either sit and blame myself, blame other people that they did this to me, or because of them I'm still stuck here. You can keep playing that blame game, or pinpointing things, or judging other people, or thinking that, "Oh, this is how I'm only supposed to be, because around me all the other people have adjusted, so why am I not adjusting?" Well, I can't. So I know that I belong here, and only I can do it. Nobody is going to understand how your inner, there is an inner person in you. That's actually your soul telling you, you belong somewhere else. And if you feel that, then maybe you don't find anybody around your society, like your outer environment, having the same system, belief system, or same thoughts, or same this inner voice that keeps pushing you. Maybe you are the only one with that kind of mindset and thought, but if you are the one, you are not wrong. It's just that you have to find a path. You're here to create that path. And I think this work, generally, again I'll say, because light workers, we get this idea that, oh, we, being light workers, we are the ones that we are already coming with light, right? And we don't have to do the dirty work. The truth is, yes, you are coming with the light codes and everything in you, because you've worked it in your past lives, for sure. But in this incarnation, you have to go through that darkness, to question it, to have this thoughts that there is something out there, and you don't have to be stuck in that pit. And then struggle, work, do the work diligently. Every time you will fall, but get up, get back again, and keep walking on the path. That's your job. So keep walking on the path, and create what you truly believe in. Maybe others do not, but you have to believe in your vision, in your what you truly believe in. There's a vision inside of you, and you have to pull that vision out, and put that in the physical world, manifest that in the physical world, right? So as I keep saying that I help you retrieve information, that's my, and when I do the soul map making, that's what I do, help you retrieve the information, because I truly believe from the outer world there are things that can temporarily fix your energies, but inside of you there is a vision, inside of you there is all the power. All you need is information and lesson, whatever it is, you need to retrieve those files that are going to help you. And this is one way of doing it, by journaling and writing. And when you write, you will find your keywords. The other is diving deep through practiced meditation. It will take time, but it will come. The third is going to a practitioner or a spiritual healer or a spiritual guider, a guiding person who are already trained, and they know more than these things. They can just see and they know what it is. They don't have to, uh, it's like they just can see through you even without saying things. So at the end of the day, working for your soul, perfecting is the task. If you are like a perfectionist, then if you're looking for perfection, well, everything that you do, when you work and you try to improve, you are moving a step towards your perfection that you desire. When you do your soul work, which only you can do, nobody, even your best life partner, you have got your dream life and everything, but only you can do that. Okay. Now, so what do I believe in? Now these are the things. So this is the part where you are going to write, no matter how stupid that feels, or you think this is completely a fantasy or a dream world which can never be possible. If it's like, you see yourself flying with the dragons, or you see yourself swimming with the mermaids, okay, no matter how dreamy world that you think the thoughts are, I encourage you that please write them down, because when you write, you get the keywords. We are trying to find the keywords through diving deep. When you find your keywords, you get to know what you are supposed to be working at. When so these are the things that let's read quickly few of them. That the wrong, mistakes, bad experiences are simply experiences. Either you can, you can get stuck in the judgments, or move beyond will be with belief that next time you will do better. All the triggers are there to help you learn your lessons and move forward. Well, again, when people trigger us, either we can get angry, or be like, yeah, now I'm going to fight, I'm going to answer them back and all these things, or see what's triggering within you. Why did this particular thing that happened triggered you? What are your triggers? There lie, in those triggers lie your answers, your lessons, right? And in your darkness, whatever dark lessons you're going through, whether it is abuse, whether it is being controlled, in short, you're not free to live your life the way you want, not able to make your own decisions, or you feel always being controlled. Even sometimes, like parents. I keep the reason why I give example of parents is not to put them in the wrong light, but parents want the best for us, right? But our soul is already coming with a blueprint. So even though they want the best for us, but is it what my soul wants, or is it something that matches with my soul's blueprint, right? So no matter what dark lessons you're going through, but in that darkness, when you remove that and bring more light to that space, you will find a part of your true authentic power that makes you powerful, that makes you more goddess like, right? The energy wise. So I realized all these were there, that the triggers were actually my lessons that I need to work on. And the triggers were when there was a situation where, I was literally going to be put out of the house, and I realized that I'm very codependent on this other person. And that made me realize that I need my own space, right? And then finding value, my worth, being fat shamed, and then realize getting angry was not the solution. Realize that, at the end of the day, why am I eating so much? There has got to be something that I'm trying to suffocate. And again, when you sit with yourself, do the work, again, it's a huge tedious process of realizing that, maybe you're trying to suppress something in, then being submissive, always serving, taking care, following others, right? So all these things, yes, I truly like to serve people. But if that's taken as, that I'm just going to be a slave or servant, that kind of mindset if people have, then I need to, draw a clear boundary and show them that, this is not what I am. I love to serve because I have the capabilities, not because I'm just meant to be a slave or a servant for you. Now, usually your worth is, this is in my case, it is decided by, collectively, I think, your body looks, the kind of clothes you wear, how branded they are, what is your financial, your bank balance, materially what all you have. This is your outer, like when I drew that tip of the iceberg. Your outer appearance is what is going to decide your worth in the outer world. But as long as you're dependent on that for your self worth, sooner or later you will find that you deserve something, but from the outer world, you're not getting what you truly deserve. Because the answer lies inside, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, karmically. Answers are here of what is your worth. As long as you are stuck here, and also in the outer world, now with the technology, so when you have social medias, you are mainly looking at your likes and your comments, whether it's Facebook, YouTube. For some time, even I was stuck in that, and when I would not get comments or like, would get very sad, and I realized that it's kind of an attachment to the outer world, which is not good. I am trying to do the inner work, and if every time you find yourself in that loop, and every time you find yourself, you have to pull yourself out of it. So, outer world, as long as you depend on this, you will not be able to find your true self worth. If you want to find your true self worth, then this inner work needs to be done. Because here you will find that you are a beautiful soul, that you are unique, that universe being infinite, there is no limit. You, whatever you believe in, maybe you are the only person on this entire planet with that belief in your mind, but if you have that, you are unique, so you can be anything you want because universe is infinite. You will find that even you have a purpose. You will find that the outer existence, the more you connect to these things, you'll find the outer, whatever attachment is there to the outer things that create your worth, you'll find they are temporary. What is permanent is this thing. All these things are going to create a permanent self worth, which you will carry life after life, because you have worked, and now that's in your soul, that's kind of engraved in your soul, that this is how worthy you feel of yourself, right? So I hope I'm I'm able to make sense of these things. Now, what the outer world not may acknowledge, so they may never, may or may not acknowledge or be aware of the kindness I hold, the nurturing I hold, that my mind sees clearly beyond the temporary existence, that I'm an understanding soul, I'm a peacemaker, I love to take charge as well, right? So don't be shy about what you think that you hold. Maybe the outer world may not accept or acknowledge or ever be aware of what you hold, but you have to write down what you truly believe in your outer world. Now remember this beautiful example, that a ship is in the sea, right? The outer water on the outer never sinks the ship. It's only when the water gets inside of the ship that it begins to sink. What is the meaning? The meaning is the outer world, as long as you create your boundaries, right? No matter how much it like the entire sea is out there, so anything can bother you from the outer world any day, anything new can come up, you can't even think about it and it will come into your life. But if you have solid boundaries about you, about your awareness of this is you, this is the ship, that ship is you, you are strong in your belief systems, your worth, your inner you, like, you know authentic you. When you have created this and sealed it with strong boundaries, no matter what comes from the outer world, you are never going to sink down, you will never sink. But if I allow the outer world to define me, or let their belief systems, judgments creep in my vessel, I am going to sink for sure. So this is one of the very beautiful and practical examples, that you are going to drive your car, your ship, whatever you want to sit in, but you are the driver. Either you can float, or either you can drive, or you can let it sink. It's on you. So how you're going to do this work, all this work, this journaling that I have done for myself, right? So firstly, what is self-worth? I told you it's your value, your how do you value yourself currently, where you are. So what is your value? Then how, who is defining your self-worth? You have to take time out to do this work. These are like few, these are the 4 easy steps, but you have to find. So what is actually defining your self-worth? One is your inner world, okay? And then from the outer world, what you're collecting in the inner world. So you have to distinguish and create the boundary. What is your vision of your self-worth? So in that, you are going to look at current versus your vision, like currently where you are and what is your vision. So there will be a gap, so you need to create the bridge. In order to create the bridge from your current to your making this vision your reality, you have to look at what is truly blocking you and be very honest to yourself. These activities are for your inner work, so there is no judgment, there is no critique, there is no, oh, can you even think like that, what is wrong with you? Don't do all these things. What's blocking you, and what can you do to change it, and what is the first initial step that you can take to change that? Remember, you cannot change your belief system in one day. You have spent year after year, maybe you are an adult now, you're in your old age, you have been holding this belief, this old belief that does not serve your new you anymore. But in order to, you've collected it for so many years now, if you think you can change the belief system in one day, that's not going to happen. This will take time. So again, you have to be persistent. every day come back to what do you want and what do you believe in. Things will come to it's like, you the waves will keep coming, the waves will keep coming, but you have to stand strong like a rock. So believe, make your belief system like a rock, but do not become too rigid also. Remember, rigidity, it's also important to listen out there, but persistence, that you believe that there can be a beautiful world, or you can have a beautiful life, and you don't have to give into being submissive, being controlled, or living in that abusive space, or people or around people who always look down upon you, and your existence is like, you are not even there. Remember, you're unique and there is a purpose. So do not give in to what the outer world is portraying to you. Standing and being persistent. The other thing is, so you cannot change your belief system in one day. And then also for your worth, in one day, from from situation A to situation Z, X or Z, XYZ, yes, you cannot jump from A to Z in one day. You have to do the other steps, like B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and all that steps. Yes, once you start becoming skilled, you can jump a few steps for sure, but to reach from A to Z, this huge jump, if you're thinking you can take in one day, that's not going to happen. Every day, every moment, persistence, diligence, disciplining yourself, all these things have to be applied. Every time you fall, remember, get up. Like Martin Luther said this very beautiful statement: if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But take that step every day. Even if it's taking baby steps, you cannot take big steps. Baby steps is a very beautiful way to at least take that step forward in your journey. Take baby steps. Do not try to be professional in these works, that I have to be a perfectionist, I have to be a professional. Baby steps are good enough. That's it. All right. So I hope all this work helped you, and you'll be able to find what really helps you. These are little steps in finding your unique, true, authentic self. And I'm always there. I can help you dive deep and retrieve the information. So, whatever works for you. All right. Lots of love and light, Princess Starlight.